Hi, Jerht Santos of the Coach PH here. Remember to click the subscribe button to be updated with our latest videos. The lockdown has been extended in Metro Manila until May 15. That's about a 2-month period where a lot of people are just staying at home with nothing to do. Some are really just bored. Some are just worried about what will happen in the future. Some are afraid because of the uncertainty that this situation brings. And some think about provision, worry about where they will get money for the next day. And this uncertainty is just mind-boggling and making a lot of people worried, discouraged, afraid, anxious. And Stephen Cal Garcia points out that there are many factors affecting this current situation. For one, many people are using social media excessively. More and more people are engaged using social media, but it has some negative effects, and more on that later. Another factor is that people can just say whatever they want without fearing the consequences, and that's also because of social media. Well, another one is the spread of paranoia and fear because of fake news. And these 5 tips come from Tim Elmore's 5 research-based methods to battle anxiety. This is really a great help to me, and I hope it does the same for you. So there are 5 tips that he shares in that ebook, and you can download it through his website by subscribing to his newsletter, and you will get that free ebook. So there are 5 tips. Number 1 is margin. Even if we are staying at home, there's just an influx of information coming our way, and if we're not careful, we will just be bogged down with so much information that it will make us afraid, worried, and uncertain, and that's what's happening now. So how do you battle this? One is you create margin. How does that look like? You create time spots within the day where you are not using social media, or you're just really disconnecting from everything. So that means putting the phone away. That means being connected to the internet. That means creating that solitude time. I personally use that time to reconnect with God. So I read my Bible, I pray, and that's the way I create margin in the day. The second tip is mindfulness. That's just called monotasking. Monotasking versus multitasking. The generation now, Generation Z, are used to using 5 simultaneous screens all at the same time. How does that look like? While they're doing their homework, they're watching something, listening to something, using their iPad or gadgets. 5 screens all at the same time instead of just 2 or 1. So how do you battle that? And research says that because of this influx of information, social media, the creation of the smartphone is correlated with anxiety and depression. So instead of multitasking, you do monotasking. And the research says that when you do multitasking, your IQ drops, and it's similar to losing 1 night of sleep. So how do you battle multitasking? Switch to monotasking. Take 1 task at a time instead of doing so many things all at once. Number 3 is metacognition. Metacognition. In life, there are things that are within your control, outside your control, and within your circle of influence. Let me repeat that. In life, there are things within your control, outside your control, and within your sphere of influence. Let me give you an illustration. There's no way we can go to ground zero and stop what happened there. That's not within our control anymore. That's outside our control. But what's within our control right now is practicing social distancing, washing our hands, wearing face masks, and all other precautionary measures to prevent the spread from happening. In that area also is that sphere of influence. We can influence others when you recognize that you have done everything in your part that is within your control. Then that's enough. That's number 3, metacognition. Focus on things within your control. Number 4 is movement. Did you know that exercise creates endorphins, the happy hormone that is released when we exercise and make use of our bodies? And did you know that Steve Jobs, the creator of the iPad, did not give it to his children? Mark Zuckerberg, the founder of Facebook, tells his second daughter to go outside and play. And these two giants in the tech industry are telling us something, that movement is necessary. Movement is necessary. I used to go to the gym. I really have to go outside the house, go to a gym to get my mind in the zone, in the exercise zone. But today, I had to switch the method so that I can move around. So I would watch Facebook videos or YouTube videos and doing circuit training to get my body moving. And because of that, I'm sweating it out, and then I feel so good after each workout. And I hope you can do the same. And number 5, the last tip to battle anxiety is management. Management of your priorities, management of the things that you have, like the time that you have, the talents that you have, the treasure that you have, and ask yourself this question: who can you bless? Who can you bless with what you have? With what you have. I have a friend, she is into baking, and she bakes cookies. And the proceeds from the sale of those cookies, she will use to buy personal protective equipment for her brother, who is a doctor. And that's how you manage what you have and what have been entrusted to you. So those are the 5 tips to battle anxiety. Number 1, margin. Number 2, mindfulness. Number 3, metacognition. Number 4, movement. And lastly, management. I want to end with this. In this fallen world, we experience fear, anxiety, depression, uncertainty. But one thing is for sure: only Christ can give us peace today. Only Christ can give us peace today. He says, in this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world. He also says that the kind of peace that He gives to us is not the kind of peace that the world can give. And that's my last encouragement. Christ has overcome the world. Invite Christ Jesus in your life to experience peace and security like no other. God bless you.